Whoa, America, it's Lex, Super Toad, and we got some great content for y'all today. America, we got exclusive audio of Mr. Ebro. Shout out Ebro, speaking on what's going on with hip-hop and why it seems like the overall artistry levels seem to be tanking over the past few years. Now, y'all, there's a few people that I definitely want to build on after we play this clip of what Ebro got to say. I want y'all to peep this, America. Get jiggy with this and shout out Ebro.
That we hold near and dear. I want to say this too to everyone else out there. Any decline that you see in hip hop is our fault.
Ours, like
hip hop collectively, because we let hip hop become this everybody gets in, everybody's got a chance, lowest common denominator, cheap throwaway. I recorded 50 songs last night. I'm putting out, you're not even.
I understand what you mean, but when you say we let it happen, how do we control that? Like, how do we
I don't
control
know
those outside?
I'm not saying we could have stopped it.
Yeah.
But
so is the phrase "we" let it happen?
Well, I think it's important for us to all take accountability.
Because then when people complain, then it turns into it's a generational divide, the gatekeepers, it's old heads.
But that's why I want to put a marker down and say we.
Okay.
Right? Because I do believe that the younger kids can look at this and go, oh shit, we didn't care for this thing. We didn't take care of the songwriting. We didn't take care of the music making. We didn't take care of the fan base. We didn't go out and put our best shows on the stage. We didn't get with the best songwriters to make the best songs. We just started making shit and throwing it out so we could grab a bunch of money. And when you do that and it just becomes a money grab, your shit becomes disposable. And that's what we're seeing. When there's no barrier to entry, it's not special. Matter of fact, it's so not special right now that if a kid walks up to you and tells you they a rapper, seeing hip hop is our fault. We let hip hop become this everybody gets in, everybody's got a chance, lowest common denominator, cheap throwaway. I recorded 50 songs last night. We didn't care for this thing. We didn't take care of the songwriting. We didn't take care of the music making. We didn't take care of the fan base. We didn't go out and put our best shows on the stage. We didn't get with the best songwriters to make the best songs. We just started making shit and throwing it out so we could grab a bunch of money. And when you do that and it just becomes a money grab, your shit becomes disposable. There's gonna come a time where it's only going to be the individuals who are the great.
Alright, y'all, I want y'all to follow me on this. The biggest influence in hip hop and rap that I think had an indirect influence on where music is today, I'm sorry y'all, but it's Lil Wayne. I don't think people realize how influential Wayne was and still definitely is to hip hop. And I want y'all to follow me on this, right? There was this QD3 Carter documentary that came out years ago. I don't know if y'all ever seen this clip of Wayne kicking over the lean cup and he's like, I dropped my cup.
Unsafe. You said like in the past.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
And that's the biggest fuck up. I'm sorry.
And then he had the cotton candy. I eat cotton candy. I need cotton candy.
I eat cotton candy. I sip cotton candy. You wanna know what?
I don't know if y'all remember that, but listen to me, y'all. Check out the Lil Wayne Quincy Jones third documentary on YouTube, and I promise you, to this day, I really don't think that documentary should have ever came out. Now, before I get into that, I'm not saying that Wayne is the reason for why music and rap is the way it is. I'm not saying that, but y'all gonna see where I'm going with this. But I really need y'all to follow me on this, because we gonna take a different approach to how we gonna flip what Ebro was saying. When you look at that documentary, you gonna realize that Wayne was high as hell, right? Bringing his microphone with him around the United States, pulling it out wherever, recording hits on the fly. That inspired a whole generation to copy Wayne's approach, copy his aesthetic, copy his swag and looks. We don't really see a lot of rappers copy Wayne's mastery and skill. Most rappers look like Wayne, dreads, tattoos. We know that Bob Marley and Tupac are some of Wayne's biggest influences aesthetically, and we could debate that another time. We also don't know Wayne with the grills, diamond grills. Wayne is definitely the artist with the strongest hold and look in hip-hop. And in terms of his aesthetic impact, most rappers, no matter where they're from, have kind of look like Wayne. If you even look at some of the Afrobeat artists, they got the dreads with the grills and the tattoos. Like, Wayne is the most influential rapper of all time. So when Ebro is breaking down rap and looking at how it got to where it is today, we gotta look at Kanye West. We gotta look at Lil Wayne. We gotta look at Jay-Z, but I wanted to kind of isolate Wayne because Wayne is just so influential that I think it might go over people's heads as to how influential he is and how that kind of relates to what's going on right now. When you look at that era of making 50 songs a day, that was during the era of workout memes and work till you can't work anymore. Remember Lil Wayne in that documentary? Lil Wayne low-key made not sleeping cool. Lil Wayne is so influential, he can make you say, man, sleep. Hairline receding, you up looking like a junkie, F your sleeping pattern. You gotta work and make hits. Wayne popularized this. He popularized that approach, so I gotta give him credit where it's due. But indirectly, so much artists copy Lil Wayne's formula, being double cupped up, smoking the sour. All of the artists after 2010 have some aspect of Wayne influencing them, their aesthetic, or their music process, or all three. But now what Ebro is saying here, how I interpret is that there's essentially no rite of passage in a culture. You could get a $300 microphone, a $200 laptop, whatever, and you could catch a viral bop. Just listen, and you out of here. 100 million views later, you're a household name and a TikTok star in your prime time, baby. One hit ad. Does that make you an artist? And this brings us to artist development. Artists, do y'all think they're going to open mics? Nah, you ain't want to hear that. Do y'all see Ice Spice going to open mics? No. Did any of the artists that's popping now go on the Chitlin circuit? No, y'all. Something when it comes to just hip hop and that rites of passage and earning your stripes, that does not exist. There's multiple reasons as to why that is, but the hip hop. Another reason was the internet. You had the hip hop influencers and the tastemakers that didn't catch up with what the internet was. There's no rules for getting and accepted in the culture. But when it comes to booking online sensations for shows, you like, yo, how in the world does this person have a million followers online, but they can't even bring 500 people to a show? What is responsible for that? You got hits, but and this is why I'm saying that there was a point in the early blogging era where a lot of the tastemakers in hip hop, you had the online blogging going crazy, but they were still trying to sell you magazines. The culture was just chasing a phantom of itself at one point. It lacked a clear vision of what it wanted to become. And now when the smoke clears, now we see that hip hop is still trying to reassess itself. Now, once again, y'all, I'm not saying that Wayne is responsible for hip hop becoming what it is in its entirety. I'm just pointing out that he's one person that had an indirect influence on what hip hop has become. And even Jay-Z, when it comes to the corporate aspect and making hip-hop more of a corporate thing, we seen Jay-Z button up. But even Jay-Z, he had an effect on it that showed you how to cash out, how to build equity and then sell it, build equity. Jay-Z showed you how to make the culture work for you as opposed to you working for the culture, and that came with its own pros and cons. All right, now seriously, y'all, all of the rappers that pop out, they literally do look like Wayne. So I'm just saying that there's an undeniable influence here, but the problem is that they can't copy his genius, but they want to look like him. They also can't put together cohesive genius metaphors like him. Wayne singing with the auto-tune, bars out the wazoo. We don't really hear a lot of artists that can tap in on that level and say something and make you go like, yo, how did he come up with that? But Wayne was so influential and iconic that his influence is still felt today. Most artists, a lot of rappers that copy Wayne, they're dumbed down Wayne impersonations or they're junkies. And it's not the genius, innovative type of junkie either. The music don't even be hitting. We not here to encourage drug use, although most artists may experiment and music and experimentation go hand in hand. You gotta be careful and respect your balance. But when people say Wayne made better music on drugs, I don't want to promote that. And I also don't want to say, like, let's be honest, sometimes we might need our artists taking a little hit of the sour. We might need our artists smoking that kush and we ball like swoosh, right? That's one of my favorite Wayne songs. Even a record like that, I'm not really hearing rappers rap like that. I'm not hearing rappers give me verses that I just want to run back because it's a classic moment. You feel me? Where hip hop seemed to get drunk off chasing its own tail, can true quality in hip hop ever return to the art form? Or y'all, is it a dub from here? Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what Ebro said. And yeah, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the Super Tube. Y'all know it's Astro Aesthetics. Let's get it. Baby. Yeah.